We have got a ton of crazy LEGO Star Wars news regarding set leaks for the January wave and what we can expect for the May 4th UCS set. Starting off with that May 4th UCS set, this shouldn't come as a shock to many people, and it is strongly rumored to be a Mando's N1 Starfighter that should retail for $240 and include two minifigs of none other than Mando and Grogu. Surprise, surprise, I know. Now, we have the Mando movie coming out at the end of May, so it made all the sense in the world to make the UCS set a Mandalorian related set. I, for one, didn't go out and get the Playscale N1 Starfighter. I was crossing my fingers, hoping one day we'd get a UCS version, and well, it appears that will be the case. Also, this will be $240, or at least strongly rumored. So does that mean we're no longer going to have a $300 UCS set in May? For me, it seemed that the Jango Fett Slave 1 $300 UCS set seemed like that price was going to stay, and then we're going to get a $200 one in August, and then the more expensive $500 plus UCS MBS at the end of the year. But I think it would be much better if we go back to that $240 price range. Maybe every now and then we creep up to $300. I don't know, but still, for this set, we are also expected to get a new Grogu mold, which is very exciting. Will this be new printing, or will it be a whole new mold in general? I do not know, but I expect this to carry over to the summer sets for Mando when they also have Grogu involved. Only time will tell on that, but I would assume if you're making a new mold for the UCS set, LEGO should carry over and use that same Grogu mold for future sets. There's no need on making a new mold for this character that you're going to have in 10 sets maybe over the next 2 years, and you only use it for the UCS set. We know how much LEGO loves to pump out anything with Grogu in it, as we'll see with another set that's going to have actually 2 more sets that will include Grogu in it in the January wave. So I will assume that they will continue to use this new and hopefully, I should say, upgraded mold for the N1 Starfighter and the other Mandalorian sets. But either way, I'm excited for it. I know some people might have an issue with it, being that it's not the most exciting thing, but I think as far as marketing for the movie and everything, it's the smart choice, and it's just the right choice in my opinion. I'm excited for it, and I know that LEGO will do a great job with it. Starting off with set image leaks that we have, let's first go over with the polybag, which will be a TIE Advanced, 68 pieces, I believe a $5 retail price, and it looks like you'd expect. It's a TIE Advanced polybag, nothing crazy. I know many people thought that this could be what the May UCS set could be, because as history goes in LEGO Star Wars, the polybag build more times than not could be the UCS set, but that trend seems to be no more, at least for these past 2 years. But we could also expect to get this set for free as a May 4th gift with purchase for the lesser of the thresholds, which I believe has originally been $40. So if you want to hold off a few months, get the set for free, and when May 4th comes, you can pick this up. Speaking of polybags, the magazine set will be the Jango Fett Slave 1. Now, I don't believe that American fans can get access to this. I think it's only in Europe. So Bricklink, eBay will have these, and it looks very nice, and it really reminds me a lot of from the early 2000s, that first ever Jango Fett Slave 1, so I really like the nostalgia feeling on that, and it will have 38 pieces. Now, as far as the other January wave sets, I will not be throwing up any of the images on screen. They are very easy to find online, so I highly recommend go find the images and follow along with this video. But starting off with the Grogu Homestead set, which should retail for, I think, $20, this does not interest me at all. I am not the target audience. I completely understand that. But I think it's good for, the younger fans. It's a 4+ set. It has Grogu. It has the 2 macaroons. It has the frog on a nice terrain. So $20 may be a little too much. But funny enough, some of the most overpriced LEGO Star Wars sets tend to be the 4+ sets, which is comical in so many ways, as we can see by the Crimson Firehawk, that they can't even sell when it's at 50% off. Moving on to the Clone Shock Trooper mech. I'm not a fan of mechs. I made that very clear in the past, and this is another one that will be another easy pass. The Clone Trooper has the helmet holes, but that's not why I don't care about it. What I do like is the white and red, and I am a fan of what they did for the blaster on this set. It reminds me a lot of what they did for Darth Vader with his mech, and how they made it larger and a little bit different to fit the scale of the mech. So While I do think that LEGO should get rid of mechs, I don't think this is the worst mech that they have made. I do think that it must be selling well if they keep on making them, and they can just do different variants of clone troopers and throw them in mechs now, to be honest, because it doesn't seem that mechs will be going anywhere anytime soon. The Mandalorian speeder bike looks very nice, but I think it reminds me a lot of the Trouble on Tatooine from, I believe, 2021. So I'm in the boat of, if you have the Trouble on Tatooine set, this Mando speeder bike isn't one that you necessarily need to go out and buy, even though it only will be $10. I think that this is a better version of that, and it has more detail, but it is eerily similar to that set from just a few years in the past. Once again, it contains Mando, it contains Grogu, and a nice area for you to clip Grogu onto the bike. I like the set, but I don't see this as a day one grab for me. The Siege of Mandalore Battle Pack is awesome. I believe this will cost $20 or $23. You get 2 332nd Troopers, you get 2 Mando Super Commandos, and you get a nice barricade that doubles down as a weapons rack. You get what appears to be a box, which can probably be a storage compartment, maybe for other weapons or items, who knows. And then for the Mandalorian side, you get a nice speeder bike that has a turret on the back, which will have a stud shooter that you can just press down and away the stud will go, which is really, really cool. I love that speeder bike that they included. I think this is a great battle pack. Yes, the prices have gone up from what we've seen in the past, but it is not a bad value, at least for the current status of LEGO Star Wars pricing, which I don't know if that says a whole lot, but I think this is a great army builder. Play, display. I think many fans will go crazy for this set, and I am a huge fan of it. I think that this will be arguably the most popular set on January 1st, out of at least the sets we have here. I know there's the midi scale sets that we still need to get images for, but I can see this being maybe in the top 3, or I think it could be a second place set as far as popularity goes. But what might contend with that is the Cobb Vanth Speeder versus Cad Bane. The speeder bike is the highlight for me here. I love how it looks. It's a nice size for $35. A ton of detail was put into this. Cobb Vanth looks great. I love the cape. It's kind of hard to see being how small the image is, and it's not the best quality. Cad Bane, it's a nice cheaper set to get him in instead of, say, the Justifier that retired a few years back. So if you missed out on that set and you really wanted a new Cad Bane, here's the perfect opportunity, a fraction of the price from that set and what you're going to have to pay now, and it seems to be a really, really nice set. For me, this is a set I'd hold off on for May 4th and stack it with other sets to hit the price threshold to get all my GWPs, but at the same time, I can see myself running out to the store day one and buying this set because of the 2 really cool minifigs and the actual build. I'm a huge fan of this set. From what we have so far, I think January is shaping up to be an awesome wave, and I can't wait to see what the other sets from this wave will look like. Let me know what you think in the comments below about this wave. What sets are you most looking forward to? What sets do you least like? Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more LEGO content, and I will see you in the next one.